Incoming transmission.
Picture this. A recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion on the 9th of July. I'm looking at Do Run Run, and to be fair, you've only got yourselves to blame. I put a poll up and you guys decided you were going to torture me, or yourselves, or both. So here it is, the last in the series of Mr. Do. And actually, you know what? I think it might have redeemed itself. The last game, Mr. Do's Wild Ride, was a flipping hard game, and I'm not quite sure what they were thinking adding Mr. Do into that environment. Now we seem to be back on track here with Mr. Do. He's back with his little snowball. He's back looking exactly like Mr. Do should, and you've got to basically avoid all the monsters or kill them or gather all the dots, or you can turn them to cherries by drawing squares around them. Multiple ways of ending a level, which I think is great. Just bear with me while I get my bearings on this game, because I haven't played it before, so here we go. Alright, so, like I said, drawing squares around the dots will enable you to transform them into cherries, although I'm not doing a very good job at that, am I? You can also make these logs roll and destroy anything that's in its path. Now you'll see there, if you let your snowball bounce around the screen, it will eventually either hit something or return back to your hand. If it does hit something, you're on a timer so that you can't throw it again. So you've got to pick your moments when you use it fairly sensibly. You'll notice as well there are multiple stage levels here as well, so you can go up and down the platforms as you so require, and you can get all the dots and stuff like that. But it's up to you. You can do this in a combination of ways. See, I'm collecting all of the things there. I haven't got a snowball to throw at that R, which I think will give me an extra from the top. So I'm literally just getting my bearings at the moment. So bear with me while we try and get a few stages done. I will do a couple of continues if we get to that stage. There we go. I've just killed the last monster, so we are moving on. Stages are fairly bright, as you can see here, but the series hasn't really moved on a great deal. I mean, it's still very sort of Mr. Do, original Mr. Do looking. I mean, I suppose in a way that's not a bad thing, but it doesn't really give anything extra. You know, there hasn't been anything that the other games haven't given, which is a bit of a shame, but there we go. But yes, I like the fact there's multiple ways you can end a level. I think that is kind of unique to Mr. Do at that point. I'm not doing very well here, am I? But never mind. Mr. Do gets electrified, apparently, and turned into toast. So there we go, but never mind. But yes, you can knock the blocks out from underneath those logs, and they will roll down the screen or across the screen, no matter which way they are, and hopefully you'll squash a few enemies in the process. The enemy AI is fairly decent as well. They will follow you around, but you've got to sort of pick your moments. As you see, I've just managed to wipe out a snake as well, because they can turn into fireballs randomly. And oh, there we go, got an extra thing there. Oh, that's cool. Right, okay, so now we've got them to deal with. I'm not quite sure what we're supposed to do with those. We're supposed to kill them, and well, doesn't matter because I just walked straight into that guy blatantly, but that's fine. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, I just don't feel it's moved on enough from the Mr. Do franchise. I think it could have just done with a little bit more of an update, possibly graphically or whatever. But it's cutesy enough. It's certainly put Mr. Do back on the fun factor of the games that he's been in. I think each one progressively got worse. I don't know. I think Mr. Do and the Unicorns was all right, but Mr. Do's Wild Ride was a complete and utter joke, which was a shame. But this puts it back on the fun factor. I quite enjoy this game. It's much nicer to play than Wild Ride by a massive margin, and given the fact they've done the multiple ways of ending levels again, which was evident in Mr. Do and Mr. Do's Castle, or Mr. Do and the Unicorns, whichever zone you're from, that title will apply to wherever you are. So it's fun, and I think would be suitable for most age groups as well. It's got a nice learning curve to it. It's not hard to pick up and play, and I think, you know, whatever age group you are in, you'll be able... Oh, that was a big one. You'll be able to just instantly pick up the joystick, have a go, and you'll be okay. You see, if you get the diamonds, by the way, you get an extra credit. How many arcade machines do that? Not many, I can tell you. But that's really nice. So you can get extra credits by finding the gems in the levels. They are hidden within the level itself. Only way you're going to find them is to turn the blocks, turn the dots into loot. So that's how you will find the missing gems, so to speak. You'll find other things like extras as well. Completely missed that guy, didn't I? Look, and he's giving chase. And just given up, but never mind. So I'm going to try and attack all the monsters here, try and get them off the screen, which will then empty the level, and we can progress. So I'm going to roll out the log there, and we're done. So we're moving on to scene 4. In fact, it's not stages, it's scenes, but there you go, never mind. Just a quick thing, something that really amused me today. A friend of mine said that he nearly got into trouble at work, video game reference. Apparently someone said that their daughter was giving birth to twins, and I think it was twins, and basically she said she was going to be a double granny, and all that came into his head was double dragon, and he said, oh, that sounds like the I'm going to paraphrase here. He said it's the worst video game title he thinks he's ever heard of, and I swear a tumbleweed could have gone through the office because nobody got the reference except for him. So sometimes, guys, keep your obscure references to yourself and tell them to someone who will actually appreciate them. You know, retro gamers, we love it, but yes, Double Dragon 155, Double Granny. Yes, I'm not sure that would work, but there you go. That amused me, so I thought I would share it with you guys. Have you got any funny stories about retro gaming, titles, whatever? Let me know in the comments below. Hello to new subscribers, by the way. Great to have you here. Hope you've all had a cracking weekend and you are dealing with this weather. I'm actually trying to get reviews done as and when at the moment because of the weather. So if they're few and far between, I do apologise. But there you go. Anyway, keep it retro. Catch you next time. Bye for now.